Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hope all of you are doing well. Today I actually wanted to talk about a different aspect of La Santa Muerte, and this is the one that is half black, half red. So I don't know if some of you have seen those statues before where the left side or the right side is all black and the other side is red. And I've seen other statues where it's like a combination of colors of red and black, although not split right down the middle. And with all times of me going to my altar and asking questions during channeling, I always ask, is this an actual aspect or is this just a statue color that's available for purchase? And sometimes she does tell me that some of these statues they don't have like corresponding actual spiritual aspects, for her. And sometimes, surprisingly, they do. And so I wanted to know about the half black and half red because it always looked really cool and interesting. And so I asked her, I said, do you have a half black and half red aspect? So I got my notebook where I write down all of my personal gnosis for my channeling. So this is what she told me. So what I wrote down as the question was, do you have a half black, half red aspect? And she said, there is an aspect like that, and she is quite dark. She is an amalgamation of the two, and she is quite fierce. Her disposition is being quick to anger, with a biting tone. She deals with dark magic, blood magic, and deep intergenerational curse work. She sits atop a black throne with esoteric glyphs painted in blood. She is an unstoppable hex personified. So right off the rip, we can see that the half black, half red is very intense. She's very dark. Now the black is dark, but the black is more like Saturnian and very serious kind of a little bit. Kind of stern and maybe even a little bit cold at times. Whereas this is more like, I don't want to say mean-spirited, but maybe more biting of a type of energy. So according to this, she sits on a black throne with some kind of occult symbols painted on it, and they are painted in blood, so it's very intense. So I actually have more information about her. I had a different channeling session a little bit later on. So let's see. So the other thing I wrote down for her was, I asked, could you tell me more about the half black, half red aspect? And she said, she resides in a dark, dank realm. She serves up her justice with a cruel hand, with the intent to be as harmful as possible. She silently seethes, watching, planning, waiting for the calculated moment to enact her devastating curse working. She sometimes appears with two bloody scythes and speaks in whispers in a most angry tone. She is fury. She is an emissary of cruelty. She is the one from which there is no escape. So, obviously people use the black aspect for curse work or for baneful workings, and it seems that the half black, half red seems to be more intense than that. So people use the black for baneful workings, and apparently the half black, half red is for stuff that's even more intense and more cruel and more devastating. And it seems like she relishes in that, and I guess it would make sense since the black is very dark. She's very Saturnian, she's more serious, and then the red is very, I guess she's full of life, but she's also the aspect of anger. She's the aspect of passion. And if you put a lot of passion with a lot of darkness, and especially when it comes to baneful workings, you're going to produce some very, harmful results for the recipient, for the target of the curse working or for the baneful working. So I thought that was really interesting. And now I'm left wondering if there is, I'm sure there's more to learn about this aspect. I don't know much about her, and I don't own that statue. I want to, and hopefully maybe I will. Okay, so I'm adding this in, post-production. So I actually forgot to mention in my video that I know that the red and black Santa Muerte, the combination statue, is sometimes referred to as the reversal Santa Muerte or the reversible Santa Muerte. A lot of times in stores you can find those candles that are half black, half red, like red on top and black on the bottom or vice versa. And basically those are for sending back energy back to people who try to send you bad energy basically. And they're more like for protection. And so some of the statues, the red and black statues, are referred to as reversible Santa Muertes because basically that's what they're used for. And I know I haven't heard too many people talk about it, but I do know that that's what I've heard of them being used for. So I just wanted to go ahead and mention that here before I publish this video. It leaves me wondering about the other like dual aspects I've seen. Like I've seen some that are half black and half white. I've seen some that are half white and half red. And I've seen some that combine all three colors. Like it might be half black and half white split down the middle, but wearing like a red cape or a red cloak. And so it's really interesting to see different ways that La Santa Muerte can kind of manifest amongst her different aspects. I was happy to learn that this aspect, the half black, half red, has it explains her personality a little bit, because sometimes when I get gnosis about some of these aspects, it kind of tells me what they kind of preside over, but I don't get an idea of what they are like to interact with. And the half black, half red seems to be kind of angry. She seems to whisper in a bitter tone. She's kind of she has a biting personality, so she's kind of spicy, but maybe in a more unpleasant way, if I can say that respectfully. I did draw a picture of her, so I'll put that on the screen. And I just think it's really interesting, and I just wanted to share this little bit of gnosis that I got from 2 different channeling sessions. I usually only ask about an aspect twice before I put forth the information I've gathered in a video. So I hope you all found that interesting. And if you want more content like this, then of course subscribe, because I have a lot of Santa Muerte content, and I have a really big Santa Muerte playlist. And I'm planning on making a lot of content every week, so stay tuned for all that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next one. Take care.